Namaskaram, Bhagavad Githa, 8th chapter, 7th sloka. So in this sloka, Bhagavan says, therefore, he starts with therefore. Therefore, remember me at all times and fight with your mind and intellect set upon me. You shall surely come to me. So he tells Arjuna, so you surrender your mind and intellect to me and you fight, because Bhagavan is asking him to do that war. So you do that. Surrender your mind and intellect to think of me and your mind to be with me, and you do your duty with your body. That is, you will surely come to me. So he is assuring that. So remember me all times. So here he starts with therefore, because he explains in the previous slokas how your devotee can remember him. Because that was a question asked by Arjuna. Is it possible? First. So he asked about will the devotee be in a condition to remember him? Then how will we realize you? How will we remember you? How will we connect ourselves with you? So the answer is given by Bhagavan through sloka 5, 6 and 7. So in the 5 and 6 we found Bhagavan says, what the thoughts of a person at the time of death decides the next birth. So whatever thought we have, whether it's a material or whatever it is, so you become that. So if you think of me, you attain me. That is what Bhagavan says. And he also says how Kaivalyarthi to remember God, Aishwaryarthi to remember God, then Bhagavallaparthi to remember God. So if you, everyone, whatever we expect from Bhagavan is different, but Bhagavan says you associate, you think of me with that, you connect me with that. So the next birth they will get what they want to be, because they think of Bhagavan at the time of death. So he explained all that. Now he tells Arjuna, this is for Arjuna, you do your duty, he says. You surrender your mind and intellect to me, you think of me always, at all times, and you fight. Definitely you will come to me. So that is the assurance he is giving. And here Bhagavan is through this sloka, he reiterates karma yoga. So when he asks Arjuna to fight, that is a swadharma of a warrior or a king, to fight for establishing dharma. So he has come to the war field for that. So he said, you think of me and you surrender your mind and intellect to me. That means what? We think of Bhagavan always in our mind. So that is surrendering. And you do your duty. Because God has given us this body to do service. And what kind of service we do? What the Bhagavan wants us to do. So actually that action is done as per the wish of Bhagavan only. So he has given us the body. So with that body we are doing that. So that is why we have that body. So let's have that in our mind. So if you have that thought in your mind, definitely you are not away from the thoughts of Bhagavan. The thoughts of Bhagavan going on in our mind is fixed in our mind. Because this is a body given by God. So I should do what is liked by Bhagavan only. So here that Swadharma, everyone has got the duty, whether I am a doctor or an engineer or a carpenter, whatever it is. Everyone has got the dharma, that is Swadharma, dharma of my profession. So you do it as per Shastra. So I am surrendering that to Bhagavan. I am doing, because the God It is the order given by God. That is what Krishna says here. So think that it is an order given by me. So Bhagavan has asked me to do this work. So I am doing. So this is what Karma Yoga. So when whatever we do, that is offered to Bhagavan, and we do not have that feeling of karta, that is I am the one doing, I am doing. So we should not have that as per Karma Yoga, and don't expect any results from that. So when you follow this, when you follow Karma Yoga, we will not be selfish at all, because I am not expecting anything from that action, karma. Then I am not doing, it is Bhagavan who is doing that. So I will not have any sort of arrogance in my mind that yes, I am doing, without me nothing will happen. I will not have that feeling. So and I am in thoughts of Bhagavan, because he asked me to do, so I am doing. So I am doing without any expectation. When there is no expectation, there is no feeling whether will I do it correctly, or will I win it, or will I lose it. So we will not have those sorts of thinking in our mind. So we are doing it peacefully, because I am doing as per the wish of Bhagavan. That is what surrendering the mind and intellect to Bhagavan. So only Bhagavan will be in our thoughts. So what happens normal? People like us, here Bhagavan tells Arjuna. But through this sloka, it is a message given to us. So what stops us from thinking of Bhagavan in everything? Whatever, for example, even right from childhood, the parents to teach the child. Yes, even a small pencil, one pencil the child gets, the child should thank God. Because it is because of Bhagavan I got this. For everything we should cultivate the practice of thanking God. And whatever I do, it is because of God is giving me that power to do. So it is only because of God. So when we grow, we feel that the child is brought up with this sort of training, then the child will not have any the child will not be arrogant towards others, because he treats everyone equally, and he feels it is not me doing, it is Bhagavan doing. And it is not mine, it is Bhagavan's. So that the child has develops a practice of surrendering everything to Bhagavan. So the thought of Bhagavan is always within the mind. So there will not be a question, will I remember God at the time of death? Because Arjuna had that doubt. Bhagavan says, if you think of me all times, you will definitely remember me. So this is how we should practice. So the thoughts about material things, thought of people around us, so they stop us from thinking of Bhagavan. And we should analyze which is permanent, and do all these materials or all the people higher than Bhagavan? So let's ask that question to ourselves. Only Bhagavan is the supreme. He is the highest. So let's have him in our mind and do anything. So if we do that, if we surrender ourselves to Bhagavan, and if we offer anything, whatever we do to Bhagavan, all our thoughts also to be surrendered to Bhagavan, then, only then we can meditate on him. So when we do that, naturally, what happens? Bhagavan is in our thoughts always. We are not away from Bhagavan. We are always with Bhagavan only. So this is the message we get from this sloka. So here Arjuna is asked to fight that Kurukshetra war. So this is a message for us. We also do our Swadharma with the remembrance of Bhagavan, with the thoughts of Bhagavan, so that we will not do any mistake in our duty. We will not misuse our power. So we will not be doing anything against the welfare of the people. We will not harm the people. So all your good thoughts are only coming when you are think of God. In whatever position we are, we should, when we are in thoughts of Bhagavan, we do only good things. Whether we are in the status of ministers, or government employees or wherever, whatever we are. So because in every position we do contribute for the society. So how do we contribute? That is the challenge for us. So if we have thoughts of Bhagavan in our mind, we do it because no other negative thoughts come to our mind, and we are not selfish. So that is what Bhagavan talks about Karma Yoga in this. So it is a message for us how to think of Bhagavan throughout, how to practice that. So here he talks about law of karma too. So whatever work we do, whatever action we do, if it is performed with attachment, it results in karmic reaction. So that birth continues forever. And if we do it without any attachment, then what happens? We do not feel guilty, and we don't feel guilty even in worldly laws. So we are doing something connected to the material life, worldly laws, but we don't feel guilty because we don't have any attachment towards what we are doing. So this is how, if it is practiced, this is how in olden days the ministers and the kings were very honest in their service, in doing service. They took care of people very well without having any selfish motives. So because there was no attachment towards what they do, what they possess. So here this sloka gives us and shows us way to lead a very disciplined life, because we think of God always. Now let's see a Pasuram by Tirumeshai Piran. So this Tirumeshai, the Pasuram comes in the Nangam Tiruvandadi. So according to this Pasuram, so according to this Pasuram, Alvar says, I'm sorry, I have some disturbance there, so I could not continue. Here the Pasuram, என்றும் மறந்தறியேன் என் நெஞ்சத்தை வைத்து நின்றும் இருந்தும் நெடுமாலை என்றும் திரு இருந்த மார்பன் சிறீதரனுக்கு ஆளாய் கரு இருந்த நாள் முதலா காப்பு. So here the Alvar says, I'm in your thoughts right from the minute I was in the womb of my mother. So you are the one who is taking care of me. So I am always in your thoughts. And he is describing Perumal. You have given the place in your chest for Tirumagal, and you are protecting everyone. So I am very sure you will protect me too. So in whatever stage of life I am going through, I am always in thoughts of you, and I am very sure that you take care of me, and whatever I do, it is because of me. So there is no chance to forget you. So I am always in your thoughts. So this is a message given by Alvar to all the devotees, all the people. So let us think that the Bhagavan only takes care of the baby when the child is in the womb, because it is something surprising, wondering us, because that the srishti, that creation, the baby in the womb of a mother, how the child gets food and everything. If you think of it for a second, you find everything is by God. We say science, no, it is because God is the one who created science. So we learn science only from Bhagavan, from Veda. So here we find how Bhagavan takes care of us right from the day we are formed. So this is what here Tirumeshai Alvar says. So it is from day one you have been taking care of me, and every stage of life I think you are the one who are bringing me up, and you have given place for goddess Lakshmi in your chest. So you are, and he's saying you are so compassionate because Daya said, no, Agalagillen. She doesn't want to be away from Bhagavan, because Bhagavan, whenever he takes avatar, he goes away. So she didn't want to leave Bhagavan. So Bhagavan gave place for her. Bhagavan keeps her in his chest. So that is what here Tirumashaipiran describes. So I know you are very compassionate. I know you will not leave your devotee, whoever thinks of you. So if we practice having the thoughts of Bhagavan right from younger days, and for whatever we do, we should thank, whatever we get, we should thank God. Whatever we do, we should offer it to Bhagavan. If we do that, we are not away from Bhagavan's thoughts. So we will not forget chanting his name, having the Rupa of Bhagavan in our mind at the time of death. We will definitely remember him, and Bhagavan will take us with him, because that is what we all aim at.